Hi, Bother Brigade. Here's what's bothering me today. Our response as the nation settler state of Canada to the existential threat posed by America is absolutely weak and pathetic. Yeah, I know, it's still very early days, but all the talk of, we're going to freeze them out, we're going to turn off the electricity, and then they just introduce a surcharge. Alberta's not being a team player, so they're like, no, please, we need the oil here to survive, all while, again, we're facing an existential threat. And our leaders are not even talking about, any kind of real plan. It's just we'll remove some trade barriers, and we will maybe, think about putting in the old, Energy East pipeline idea. And it's like, guys, these take years to do. So what are we doing right now if this is apparently an existential threat? People in the government and, the premiers in their offices, they should be going around literally all day, every day, telling people, okay, you know what? Because we need people to have spending money, everyone's getting a UBI across the board, so that people have spending money and can at least have some breathing room in the disturbance that is to follow. They should talk about nationalizing, the no frills line from Loblaws there, because then the government, by using that, not only is it kind of, a bit of a Canadian iconic brand, but the government, by nationalizing it, could then help directly control and lower food prices. If this is an existential threat where, we're at war, economic war, where's all the actual wartime rhetoric in terms of supports for individual people? Companies are given certain quotas. They're directed what to produce and what not to produce. A government that actually governs the way we had done in prior wars when we were facing, in theory, existential threats. Where's the promises for, okay, you know what? Because if we have to, have tariffed lumber, then guess what, guys? We're going to make sure that all that lumber gets redirected to social housing development projects. Where's that? Where's the idea of, you know what? We need lots of Canadian steel and aluminum for whatever, aircraft development boom, for the high-speed rail thing that Justin Trudeau announced at the last goddamn minute. There are so many things that governments at all levels could be saying and doing to really show that they are taking this seriously, but the unfortunate reality is they're not, and that worries me. In fact, it's definitely what's bothering me today.